Hello and welcome back to another episode of Real with Ryan. Today's going to be another episode where I play with Chatgpt and have it write content for me. Specifically, I'm going to play around with having Chatgpt create a blog post on my behalf. If you're looking for more Chatgpt content, I made 2 previous videos about how to use it, what it is, as well as having it play with a resume. If you like this type of content, feel free to give it a thumbs up, give a comment down below, or consider subscribing if you want to see more. But without further ado, let's hop into having Chatgpt write a blog post. I originally recorded commentary as I was taking these steps, but forgot to turn on my microphone. So here we go for a take 2, and I will overview all the steps I took to write this blog post, the different prompts, the outputs, and how I put it together, as well as the final result. So let's start off with the initial prompt. I said, today I want you to write a blog post on my behalf. I want this blog post to be about how Chatgpt can help content creators. And in this blog post, I want you to include a few topics like how Chatgpt can help content creators come up with new ideas, how Chatgpt can expedite the content creation process, and other ways Chatgpt can be used for content. Please also include a title and a break in this blog post into a few different headers and sections. From there, Chatgpt actually gave me a pretty solid outline for a blog post. It wrote the title. It wrote me a basic blog post with an introduction, sections 1, 2, and 3, as well as a conclusion. Now, these sections are pretty generic. Section 1 is about how Chatgpt can help you come up with new content ideas. Section 2 is how Chatgpt can help you expedite the content creation process. And section 3 is for other ways Chatgpt can be used for content creation, mainly talking about SEO. So I definitely liked this rough draft of this blog post, but there's a few things that I wanted to tweak and add and personalize. The first is I wanted to add a section about how Chatgpt can actually write on your behalf. So I gave it the prompt, can you now add a section on how Chatgpt can actually write out content and scripts on your behalf? And of course, Chatgpt has gone ahead and written out a 4th section, including all the ways Chatgpt can write content on your behalf. Now, this section wasn't bad, and it was actually decently well written, but I wanted to get really playful here with Chatgpt. I love the writing of John McPhee, and I'm reading his book, Levels of the Game. So here, I wanted to challenge Chatgpt to up its writing a little bit. And I did so by giving it the prompt, can you rewrite this section using the writing style of John McPhee? And then, of course, Chatgpt goes about rewriting that section in a little bit more colorful and playful style. Now, this definitely was a step in the right direction towards a more fun and playful style of writing with better language, but I wasn't too impressed by its ability to mimic John McPhee. So in order to improve the writing a little bit, I wanted to give it a little bit more instruction. So I told it, hey, this is heading in the right direction, but can you please use some more playful and colorful language, and also tell a short story about how a content creator named Jim could use Chatgpt to write paper-selling scripts on his behalf too. And this is where things got really awesome. So this amount of instruction definitely gave Chatgpt enough to work with to really up the level of this writing in the article. So now we're including better language such as, Chatgpt is your trusty sidekick, generating content with lightning speed, Chatgpt's prowess lies, crafting drafts and articles. And then it goes to talk about how Jim, a salesman for a paper company, can use Chatgpt to write scripts. So this ability to tell a story and a narrative within the blog post is going to be so much more fun and engaging for people to read. And this language, this writing is much, much more entertaining and better than the first prompts. And just to give you a little view on what I'm doing on the back end is I create a Google Doc and then just copy and paste my prompts as well as the responses in here so I can track the writing over time. And of course, I'll include the list of prompts that I use in the description below so you can write or follow along. Okay, but at this point, the majority of the content for this blog post feels like it was written and Chatgpt had done a really good job, but I wanted to include a couple more things. One, I wanted to see a overview paragraph, something that can be used for SEO, but also catch readers' attention and explain what they're going to be learning about when they read that full post. So I asked ChatGPT to do that for me. And of course, it gets back to me with that paragraph that can be used as an overview for the blog post. And finally, I wanted to challenge it just a little bit and give me this same paragraph, but this time I wanted it written out in Spanish for the Spanish readers. And while I am trying to learn Spanish now, I can't verify how good of a translation is, but sure enough, it appears that ChatGPT has written out that same paragraph in a Spanish translation. At this point, basically all the content has been written out for me. So I have all the different sections available, and the formatting is a little bit of a mess, so I wanted to go ahead and take these and format them into the blog post. So I came over to Squarespace where I write my blogs and threw these into a format where they're visually appealing and all the information is written out in a way that you can read it well. And finally, I wanted to include an image and a fun caption that is a poem written by ChatGPT. So I asked it to write a playful sonnet about how ChatGPT can help content creators thrive. And of course, ChatGPT had no issues whatsoever tooting its own horn and writing this sonnet. Okay, and now we are live. This blog post has been posted. It is live on my website. I'll include a link to it in the bio, but I'll just scroll down through it real quick. So we can see the title, the overview, we have an image and the fun poem caption, and then you can scroll down and read the entirety of the blog post. It's relatively concise, but it is a decent piece of content, and some of the tips that it wrote out here are actually going to be helpful for me. But that's going to do it for today's episode. I hope that you enjoyed this video and showing how ChatGPT can help you create content in the form of a blog post. Like I said, there's a couple more ChatGPT videos that I've made, and I plan on making a whole lot more. So if there's specific prompts or things that you want to explore, feel free to leave a comment below and I will get after it. Also, like I mentioned, in the description below, there's going to be some of the major prompts that I used, as well as the link to the final output of the blog post. But other than that, thank you for watching this video, and thank you for keeping it real with Ryan.